Alright guys, so here we have our assignment level 1 in the creating list topic. Let's see what we have to create here. Okay, inside this assignment we have to create this layout. Here at the top we have our header with some navigational links, and after that we have few boxes. Inside the boxes we are having different kind of list. Here we are having a description list with different description term and description definition, and at the bottom we have our footer. So to create this layout, I've taken a folder that is assignment level 1, and inside this we have our index.html file with standard HTML document, and inside the CSS file, as usual, at the top we have our CSS resets, and from here custom styles are starting. I have taken a container of max with 1200 px. There is a class of flex with display flex, justify content space between, and align items center. If we look at our page here, it looks something like this. We don't have anything on our page right now. Alright, so let's get started. So we will start from the top, that is header part. So inside the body tag, let's take one header tag first. And inside the header, we are having just a navigational links. We don't have any brand logo or something else, so we can directly start with the nav tag. And inside the nav, let's take one unordered list with li item, and inside the li we will keep our anchor tag. So let's see what are the links here: home, about, FAQs, program, and contact. So let's say home, we need different navigational items. So let's see how many. Right now we are having 5. Here also we are having 5. So home, about, see here, FAQs, program, and contact. FAQs, program, and contact. All right, now let's see our page here. Okay, here we have, let's apply one container class to our nav only. Here we have. All right, so let's start applying some classes. Let's say navbar to our header class, and from here we will style our navbar. Let's target our navbar. First of all, let's apply the background color, that is orange here. So let's copy the color code here, say background color, save it. Now let's have a look here. Here we have. Now let's take them in a single line: home, about, FAQs, program, and contact. So for that purpose, to the UL, let's apply a class flex. All right, give it a refresh. Here we have, as we have applied justify content space between to our flex, so that's why we see each and every item is apart from each other. So for that purpose, let's take one class. We want justify start. Let's apply justify content property with flex start value. Now save it, and we'll apply this class justify start to this class only, flex. So this justify start will override this justify content property to flex start instead of space between. Now save it, then give it a refresh. Here we have. All right, now let's apply some padding to our navbar. Say 32px top and bottom, left and right 0, and all the navigational links, that is anchor tag. Say navbar first, anchor tag. We'll say text decoration none, font size let's say 20 px, and margin right this time we'll say 32p. Now save it, give it a refresh here. Here we have. All right, now what do we need? We need to change the color of all the navigational links. So let's start. Here we have anchor tag. Say the color white. Let's have a look here. Perfect. You can actually increase the font size a bit more. Let's say 24 px. Okay, this is fine so far. Now what do we need? Okay, we are done with the header part. Now let's get into the sections. So after the header, let's get into the main tag first. And inside the main, let's take one section. Inside this section, the very first thing we will take what? Container class. Inside the container, we need 3 columns first. So let's take one div. Okay, first of all, let's style this box first, then we'll move into the next. So let's apply a class. Say what class we can give. Let's say class menu. So we have different kind of menu. Modular class, I'm taking menu here. So inside the menu, so actually instead of taking just div, we should be taking u. So here we have ordered list actually. So let's take ol here. Stop taking div, let's say ol here also, ol, and inside that we have li is home page services. So there are a lot of things. So let's take home page, copy and paste. After that services. Alright, this is our first menu. Now let's have a look here. Give it a refresh. Here we have. So let's target our menu here. First of all, we will be saying background color. What's the background? Let's copy the color code from here and change the color. Say white. Font size, let's say 24p. Perfect. Now give it a refresh. Here we have, as it is a block level element, so that's why it is covering whole available width here. Alright, so there is one thing here to pay attention. Actually, here we are taking OL tag, so the list item marker should be 1, 2, 3, 4, but we are not getting. So if you can guess, that's fine. But anyway, let's see why it is not coming. If we look at our CSS receipts first, here you can see here OL and UL has been targeted here saying list style none. So that's why we are not seeing that 1, 2, 3, 4. And also here if we look at, there will be some OL and UL. So here we have OL, UL, LIE, and to which it is there margin 0, padding 0, everything is like 0 here. Therefore we do not see some vertical margin as well as some padding start to these items. By default, OL as well as UL tag has some default vertical margin and some padding from left side, but we do not see that. So it's just because we are using CSS reset, and inside the CSS reset and every element has been targeted with the property padding 0, margin 0 and all, and OL and UL is having list style none. So that's why we do not see the marker also. So one thing we can do here, we can target once again for the OL, let's say list style decimal, and for the UL we'll be saying list style disk. Save it. Okay, keep this at the top. So here, after the body we can keep it. Now OL will be having list style decimal and UL will be having list style disk. Now see here. Okay, here we can see, and here we do not see just because there is a padding from left. That padding has been removed also. So let's target again OL and UL. Say OL and UL, padding left, let's say 40 px. Save it. Now give it. Now we can see all of these items are having marker. But the thing is that we also got some padding and margin as well as this list a style to our navigational links, but we do not need. So for that purpose, this what we can do here. Okay, so we are having normal navigational link. Now let's style our box here. So for the menu, first of all, let's say padding top and bottom 32 px, and left and right say 0 here. Give it a refresh. Okay, as we have applied left side padding 0, so that here this padding left has been overwritten. So now let's get back again, padding left 40p. Yeah, this is nice. Now let's have a look of our layout here. Here we have, okay, so from here, like we are going normal from here 1 2 3 4 5, but from the pricing the value of the list item marker is changing. So here we can apply one value attribute with the 20 value. So here, which item? Let's collapse this header first and then pricing. So we know there is one attribute value. Let's apply the value 20. Now save it, give it a face. Perfect. Okay, so this 40 px is not working fine. Let's say 60 px. I hope so it will work fine. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, now let's apply some like spacing between the items. So for that purpose, let's target our menu li. We'll just say line height of 2. Save it, give it a refresh. Okay, now what do we need? We need some space from the top and bottom. So let's wrap them inside we have already one container. So here let's apply menu wrapper class to the section. So here at the from here we actually instead of menu, let's say lists. So here let's take menu wrapper top and bottom. Let's apply padding saying 60 px, left and right is 0. Save it. Now let's have a look. This is fine. Okay, so we are done with the first menu here, that means first list. Now let's get into the second list here. So again, after this section, first of all, yeah, after this section, not this section, ul. So now we need, let's see here, ul actually. So ul li, first we have home, then menu. So home li menu, and inside the menu we have another menu, that is menu 1. So this time we have OL, not here, here actually. So let's take ol li. We have menu 1 again. So again inside this menu 1 we have sub menu 1, sub menu 2, this item. So here let's say what that, let's take ul actually. So can li sub menu 1, yeah, and sub menu 2, nice. And so menu 1, menu 2, 3, 4. So after this let's collapse this here. Inside this li we have menu 2, menu 3. After this we have menu 5, menu 4 and menu 5. So let's take menu 4 and menu 5. Now let's close this ol and this ul. So let's say li home, this ul menu, and how we walk about us and contact us. So after this li we have another li, that is how we walk, yep, and about us, contact us. Another li about us, contact us. Now here we have, actually let's see this once again, how many level of menu are here inside this ul. Actually first we have up from here home menu. This is our like first menu, and inside the second list item we have sub menu, that is menu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inside the first item of this sub menu we have another sub menu, that is sub menu 1 and sub menu 2. So accordingly we have taken here first ul, then ol, and inside this li we have another ul. All right, now save our file, go to our page here, give it a refresh. So here we have, first of all let's apply that menu class here to our ul for normal styles, give it a refresh. Here we have, perfect. Now let's see the list style actually. So by default here we have this, that we can see on our page also. We have this style, and for the ordered list also we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So similarly we are also having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for this sub menu, if we look at here, instead of this or circle, we are having one square actually for the sub menu 1 and sub menu 2. So here we are, let's apply a class. Here I'm saying sub menu. All right, so let's target our sub menu here again. To this sub menu, we will say list style square. Save it. Let's have a look here. So we got our square. All right, so now we have another list here. The difference here is that we are having just a single list in this box, but instead of taking any list style at the decimal or circle or base for any square, we are having one list style image. So first of all, let's take one list here. So what we will do, this menu is exactly similar to this menu, but here we are having list style image. So what we will do, we will copy the same menu from here and paste it at the end. To here we will be applying one another class. We'll say what class we can take. First of all, let's save it. Let's have a look here. Okay, here we have that last menu. Now what do we need? Then let's get rid of this value, save it, give it a refresh. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now instead of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need one list style image. So here let's apply one class. So we'll say, let's say list style image name. So let's target this class list style image, and we'll use the property list style image URL, and inside the URL let's take our tick.png, save it, then give it a refresh. All right, so here we have. Now we are done with all of these menu boxes. Now we need these menu boxes in a single line. So we'll make use of that class here, flex, and to the menu, let's apply some width of 30%. Save it. Let's have a look here. All right, here we have, as we have applied justified contain space between, so they are apart from each other. But the thing is that we have also applied align item center. So here we do not need align item center, we need align item stretch actually. So let's take another class here, stretch. We'll say align items stretch. So using this class, we will override this align item center. So let's apply this class to our this container here, stretch. So we have this stretch. We are missing that R here also. Let's apply R. Now save it. Now save it here also. Now give it a refresh. Perfect. So each and every menu is having same height now as it is straight. Now I think we are done with the first section of the layout. So this is done. Now let's get into our description list here. So for that purpose, we will take another section. Inside the section, let's take a class container, and inside the container, let's take one DL. Inside the DL, we'll be having DT and DD. So let's target DT here first. What is saying? What is lorem ipsum? And we have DD. So let's take dummy text lorem ipsum. Okay, now save it. Let's have a look here. Okay, here we have, actually we need to style our DL and DT once again, because we can see here we are having some margin left and all from our DD. That's the default vertical, that's the default margin from left to our DD actually. So but we are not getting that just because we have also targeted our DL and DT here. If we look at here we have DL, DT, DD, each and everything is having padding left 0, and here actually sorry, here padding left 0, that is padding 0, margin 0. So that's why we do not see that gap. First of all, let's take all of this content, then we will style this. So let's take another DT here, that is why do we use it. So let's say why do we use it, and then we have DD again, sorry, should be lorem ipsum. Now save it. Again, in the third item of the description list, we are having two DT actually, that is lorem ipsum and dummy text, as we can take several number of description term as well as several number of description definitions. So here we are having two. So let's first of all take DT saying lorem ipsum and another DT saying dummy text, and we have just a single DD for that. Nice. Now save our file, go to our page here and then give it a refresh. So here we are having a description list. Now let's style that. Same here. Let's say here description list. So let's target our DL first. We'll be saying font size 24 px. Give it a refresh. Perfect. Now to our DT will be saying font size in fact Viva 36 px, and DD we just say margin left of 40 px. Now save it, then give it a refresh. Perfect. Here we have. Now actually this to our 36 is bigger, let's say 32 px, and for the DL let's say 20 px wide. Now this will be fine. Okay. Now let's apply some gap. So for the every GD, I'm saying margin bottom also of 32p, so that we can differentiate. Yeah, that is fine. This is our first description term and that description definition. This is our second and this is our third, in which we are having two description term but single description definition. That is fine. All right. So we are having a less amount of content on our page for now. You can increase. Don't have to worry much. We just need to copy and paste. We are again here similarly here also. Now save it. Let's have a look. Perfect. Great guys. So we are done with the description list also in this layout. Now we need our footer. So again, let's go to our index.html. Let's collapse our sections. Let's collapse our menu actually. Sorry, main tag. And then after the main tag, let's take our footer tag. Inside the footer, first of all, let's take one container. Inside the container, let's take one nav tag. Again, UL. So what do we need here? We have the same navigational bar from the top point. So instead of writing once again, what do we need? We just need to copy and paste inside our footer. Here only. Paste it. Now let's have a look here. Here we have our footer. Now what we will do, we will target our class using footer class. So here we have our footer. Footer, let's apply some padding. Say 40 px top and bottom, left and right 0, and background color, let's say this one. All right, now let's have a look here. We will replace. No changes. Let's see what can we. So we haven't saved our index.html file. Now let's have a look. Okay, here we are having now footer UL. Let's say list style none, padding left 0. This should work fine. Okay, perfect. So footer A, change the color to white and margin right of will be saying 32 px. Font size, let's say 24 px. Save it and give it a refresh. So we have and text decoration none. Perfect. So let's have a look here. Let's make our footer dark actually. So inspect it here. So here we have our footer from here to, let's say, here. Yeah, this is fine. Let's copy the code from here. Now here we have paste it. Give it a refresh. Perfect. All right, now let's go from top to bottom to our layout here. Let's see anything we have left. So far everything is fine. Yep, we haven't left anything, and our page is also as exact we have been provided. All right guys, so we are done with the assignment level 1 of the creating list topic.